Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. It's Linda Jordan with LRJ Coaching and Business Solutions. Today is Wednesday. Hard to believe it's March 26th. Time is really going by quickly. It'll be September before we know it. So today, first of all, apologies for being a little bit late in my Facebook Live, but I was on a women's meeting call. And so anyway, I wanted to make sure that I did have my opportunity to share a few nuggets with you today. So today we're going to talk about positive self-esteem. And this is so important for us as individuals. And most importantly, if we're going to go into the world of owning a business. So you're probably wondering, what is self-esteem all about? Well, self-esteem is the single most significant key in a person's behavior. We can have positive self-esteem or we can have low self-esteem. And low self-esteem sometimes puts a cap on our potential. It puts a cap on our ability to see ourselves being successful or doing more. When you have a high positive self-esteem, life is great. You're getting accolades from your boss or your colleagues at work. But when you're in the low self-esteem, those are cases where someone may say, you should have done this differently, or you're being quiet in the meeting, you need to be more talkative. So the way that people behave in the workplace can impact your self-esteem, especially if you are putting forth projects or making recommendations and no one is taking your opinions or see value in your opinions. And then you start to feel like, well, why should I even bother making suggestions if no one's going to take me serious, or no one thinks that there's value in what I have to say or value in how I add positive things to the business. So that can impact your self-esteem. The value we put on ourselves is usually the value others place on us. And that's because, think about it, if someone is always providing negative feedback or saying that you're not doing something correctly, or you should do something differently, or you need to do this or that as opposed to what you're currently doing, then you start to kind of feel that way, like, I'm not doing something right. You start to question your judgment. And that's what will put a damper on your self-esteem. If you place a small value on yourself, rest assured that the world will not raise the price on that. And that's a quote from John Maxwell in his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And from one of the chapters, which is chapter 3, the law of the mirror. So looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing, is there value in what you're doing? So oftentimes when that happens, it's because there are a bunch of haters around. They don't see the fact that you're adding value, so they want to bring you down to their level. And that can come from a work environment, it can come from an association or group. Sometimes, unfortunately, it can come from church. Sometimes there are people in the holy place that maybe there's a tug of war. Your people are trying to get to a higher level within the organization, but that could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in the workplace, but most of the time it's anywhere where you're working with individuals, and sometimes it can come from your home or family life. So there's always some haters out there, unfortunately. It can also be the way that maybe the way you were brought up. Maybe you were in a situation where you're always competing with your siblings, and you may feel that, you don't have a positive self-esteem because, maybe you're in the middle. So you're trying to look up to the older siblings, and then you have younger siblings who may be getting all the attention. And so maybe your self-esteem is not as positive because you've just sort of felt squished in the middle. So it's a bunch of different ways where your self-esteem may not be very positive. But rest assured, I'm going to give you 3 steps that can help build your self-image. The first one is stop doing all that negative talk, self-talk. It kills us every time. I have to remind myself to not do that negative self-talk. I can hear it in my ear, like if I failed at something, then I'm saying, crap, why am I doing that? It's really not going to work. I need to stop. So let's stop doing that. Stop saying to yourself that I can't do it. Let's get rid of the word can't, first of all. And let's stop thinking that we can't do something, or let's stop thinking that a goal is not achievable, or let's stop thinking that we can't start a business because we don't have enough money. Let's stop thinking that. It's all possible. If you believe in yourself enough, you will believe that you can do it. Trust me, I'm a product. I always wanted to be a business owner, um, and I believed that I could do it. So, I got rid of all of that negative self-talk. I got rid of all the haters in the world that said, if you try it, you won't be successful. You're going to lose money doing this. But, you have to believe in yourself. You have to have that positive self-esteem, put yourself up here on a high pedestal to say, hey, I'm going to make this happen. Write your goals and objectives out. Post them on a refrigerator, wherever it is that you go to every day that you can see, and you can say, hey, I'm going to get this done. It is so doable. So first, stop the negative self-talk. The second one is stop comparing yourself to others. And I've mentioned this before, but I'm saying it again. Stop comparing yourself to others. And I'm guilty of that myself. I may see something and I thought, oh crap, that person is really doing this, and I should be doing that. And then when we do that, like I call it, we find ourselves doing squirrel. Everything that new that pops up, we're like, oh, I need to do this, or I need to be doing that. Let's stop doing that. Stay in your lane, find your niche, figure out what it is that works for you, and stick with it. And it will happen. It's possible. So making comparisons, and I'm just going to read this, making comparisons is an amazing, powerful attraction that is really just an unneeded attraction to your own potential. So stop comparing yourself to others because it's just a distraction. And third, move beyond your own self-limiting beliefs. So you're probably asking, what is a self-limiting belief? Well, that's a perception that we have that we put on ourselves of how the world works or what we will get out of the world. So we're limiting our beliefs, we're limiting our potentials by what's in our minds. And that's based on experiences that we've had. So again, it goes back to failures, not being successful in something, and we're believing in that in our minds that we can't do this, or the world is not going to come to us. So the phrase, if you build it, they will come. Not necessarily. There's work that we have to do in order for people to come into our business if you're a business owner. So there's 4 steps actually, to transforming limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs. And yes, I'll read these because I don't want to forget them. The first is identity. And that is identify a limiting belief that you want to change. What is that one thing that you want to turn from a negative into a positive? Second, determine how that belief limits you. So when you hear that limiting belief, what does that do to your mindset? How is that preventing you from being successful? Third, decide how you want to act, feel, and think. So decide how you want to act, feel, and think. And fourth, decide a turnaround statement that affirms or gives you the permission to act, feel, and think differently. So basically having an affirmation statement, when you get up in the morning and you look in that mirror, is there an affirmation statement that you know or want to say to yourself so that you're ready to go for the day, you're positive, you've got the right mindset, you're going to make things happen. Whatever that is for you, have that statement so that you can be successful and you can do the things that you want to do. So in final, I'll say, just a reminder of the 4 steps for transformation is identify limiting belief that you want to change, determine what that limiting belief is and how it limits you, decide how you want to act, feel, or think, and finally, fourth, create a turnaround statement that affirms or gives you the permission to act, feel, and think differently. So in closing, take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for the decisions that you make. If you want to start a business, give me a call. I am offering a free 30-minute consultation. to help you get to that destination of where you want to go. For me, as I said before, I always wanted to have my own business. And so I did it. Want not to say that there were bumps in the road, but I wish I had a coach at that time to help me along the way. So to give me a path, some direction, have a strategic plan. For me, it was just like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I just jumped out and did it. So I'm offering my service to you. As I said, a free 30-minute consult. I'll post the link right above this video. But take charge of your life. Take responsibility. If you want change, if you're in a 9 to 5 that you're not happy with, you're stressed out, you're trying to figure out how to balance work and life, whatever it is that is causing you some heartburn or you can't sleep at night, but you know you want to make a change, think about what that is. And give me a call and set up some time so we can talk about it and find out, what is your destination? What is your journey? And for me, my journey was real estate investing. And so having the ability to manage rental property, be a landlord, which I love doing, was my path to freedom from corporate. So you too can have that same path. So give me a call at 919-622-4685. The best way to reach me is through my link that I'll post right above the video. So thanks for your time. Have a great day and go out there and make your dreams come true because it is possible for all of us. Thank you. Bye-bye.